Hey there, this is part 8 of the icipici series of traveling to Hungary on the Hungarian Living podcast. The questions I will answer in this episode are, what should I pack and how should I pack? Coming right up. Hi, welcome to the Hungarian Living podcast. I'm your host, Elizabeth Sabo-Voss. We're on a mission to help you maintain a meaningful connection to Hungarian heritage in a variety of ways. We talk about food, travel, history, music, language, genealogy, and share stories from our guests. We're glad you're here. Join us each episode as we discover, celebrate, and share a variety of things about Hungarian heritage. If you grew up surrounded by Hungarian culture, then you know how special that is. And if you didn't, this is a great place to learn and grow. So whether you know a little or a lot about being Hungarian, this is the place to be. Welcome to episode 73 of the Hungarian Living podcast. Today we're talking about packing for a trip, packing for an international trip. Well, here's my recommendation. Pack light. In many cases, you need to be the one to move your luggage around. Don't throw out your shoulder because you couldn't pare down what you brought along. Many hotels have laundry service, and while it will cost a little bit to get it done, it sure beats dragging around 2 or more suitcases full of clothes. Be conservative in what you bring along. You might even find something that you just have to buy because you need new clothes and there's something cool that you want to own. Be sure to check with your airline to see what the size and weight regulations you need to abide by are. Do not count on the airlines to be generous if your bags are overweight. I have watched them be pretty ruthless when it comes to just a kilogram or 2 over. Find an easy hairstyle and try to live without a hairdryer or curling iron. If you can, try not to even wear makeup. Find other ways to minimize your routine. Do not bring along strongly scented perfumes or lotions. If you are traveling with a group of people, the chances are very high that someone will have a perfume allergy. But even if they don't, just remember your favorite scent may not be someone else's. And if everyone wears their favorite scent, oh boy, it just gets to be too much. Bring along clothes that you can layer. Do not bring a new pair of shoes you haven't broken in yet. It is no fun nursing blisters on a trip. Bring along a light day bag that you can have with you as we are out and about on the tour and in the bus. Don't bring along expensive jewelry. It's no fun to babysit that stuff. Other things to consider. What is the weather typically like during the time you plan to travel? Plan for that. Do you have regular medications? Be sure you have them in their regular bottles and have a list of what you need to take along with you. If for some reason you have to go to the hospital, they will need that medication list. Are you traveling with someone? Make sure you have the information for their contact people. Sometimes people wander away, have a medical emergency, or some other situation, and it is good to know the contact info for your travel partner. If you are traveling with someone, put a spare set of clothes in the other person's luggage. That way, if your luggage gets lost, you have a spare set of clothes. Well, I think I've given you enough to think about with this icipici Traveling to Hungary series. I hope you will join us on one of our tours. They are smaller, family-sized, with only 18 to 28 people, and we have an amazing time together. We'd love to tell you more about what we do on one of our Zoom sessions. Don, my husband, and I talk through our tours, and you can ask questions. Please message us at tours@magyarliving.com for more information. We will have all the links in the show notes. Thanks for listening to the icipici Traveling to Hungary series of 8 parts, and we'll catch you next time. Are you interested in traveling to Hungary or Transylvania? This episode is sponsored by Magyar Living Tours. Interested in visiting Hungary or Transylvania but don't want to deal with all of the details? Our tours are typically 13 nights long and include all hotels, transportation, an English-speaking guide, 2 meals each full day, and a wide variety of activities. Come, see for yourself. Visit magyarliving.com to learn all about the details about our upcoming tours. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode of the Hungarian Living podcast, please share it with someone you know who loves their Hungarian heritage. Special thanks to Stephen Cicek and the Animal Cannibals for the show music. Check out our show notes for links to resources mentioned in this episode. If you have a question or comment, we'd love to hear from you at podcast@hungarianliving.com.